We dream of retirement and what we'll do when that day finally arrives, and we have all the time in the world to tick off that bucket list. But there's no guarantee that we'll even make it to retirement. We can spend our years dreaming, planning, and talking about it, or we can throw caution to the wind and just do it. Why just live for the weekend? We have every single day for adventures. We're Chris and Amy. My dream was to hit the road as a van lifer and visit every state in the lower 48.
My dream was to buy a sailboat, be a pirate, and fish every day. So how do we choose which to do?
We didn't. We're doing it all and more. Join us while we chase 72 degrees in search of the best coffee, beer, food trucks, epic sunsets, bike trails, and fishing this country has to offer. We may even bring along some friends. Every great road trip needs a vehicle. We initially thought we'd follow the pandemic crowd, maybe buy a Sprinter and become van lifers. But vans are expensive and they're really small. We really needed something that would be comfortable for months on the road and would feel like home.
So I was given the task of finding a vehicle on a shoestring budget. We ended up in some sketchy places and finding some dumpster fires and some stuff that was just too wet to burn. So I got her to rethink the budget, add a little more money to it, and a couple more trips to Georgia, and we found the one. We got to the back of it, we looked at each other, and we knew that was the one. We called it the Big Block House.
Next, we found our tow vehicle, a little left-driving mini truck we named the Little Dinghy. We piled as many toys as we could on the inside of the RV and on the little dinghy, and we thought we had it all figured out. With our new Harvest Host subscription and a tank full of gas, we headed south to Florida for a Shakedown trip. A month on the road should be enough time to know what we're missing and if an RV trip cross country was really something we wanted to do. Tourist.
Huh?
Tourist. He's a tourist. Go in the lookout tower. This was our first trip to St. Augustine, and we toured the fort Castillo de San Marcos. This is a national monument, and the entrance is free if you have the America the Beautiful annual pass. It was $80 a year at the time that we purchased it, and it includes free admission to any national park in the country. So it saved us a ton on our cross-country trip.
And that one's full. This is toast. Take another.
And this is Chris, looking out over the harbor, trying to pick a parking spot for that day where he'll have his own boat.
Pursuing to the next block.
We can't take a trip to Florida without stopping in Ponce Inlet to meet up with our friends Mary and David. I feel really bad we didn't get even a single picture that night, but I'll post their picture here so you guys can see them.
Flounder for dinner.
Oh, let me see him. Closer.
You know what a flounder is?
I don't think I've ever seen a fresh
They lay
one
down
like
like
that.
this. They lay on the bottom like this, and they kind of attack. But they,
Oh my god, I can't believe you caught
see
that.
how it's got eyes on this, like it's the weirdest looking fish ever.
I'm still in my pajamas and you already caught dinner.
I caught it a while ago. I was trying to catch another one, but I think this is plenty.
That will probably be plenty. Now we gotta go to Aldi's and get some side dishes. That's so awesome. The big block house was too big to fit in their driveway, but they hooked us up with the perfect parking spot at a friend's restaurant where Chris caught a flounder. I wasn't doing a good job of listening, but he was explaining that a flounder only has eyes on the top side, which is really weird. As we left Ponce Inlet, we stopped at Aldi's for provisions and a quick lunch. Lunch at Aldi's. Next stop's Fort Pierce and the Manatee Observation Center. There were lots of cool sculptures and urban art in the park there. Alright, I'll meet you at the fishing spot. Chris did a little fishing at the fishing pier, and then we met up at the fishing spot, a tiki bar named Cobb's Landing.
We ended the day at Okeechobee, and I cooked a flounder I caught. We settled in for the night.
Just barely. Nice view of the Rim Canal, Lake Okeechobee. It's a foggy morning.
We stayed at the Rim Canal at the boat ramp for a few days. Probably seen another person the whole time we was there. I put my new dinghy in for the first time. I had to row my boat because I didn't have the motor for it yet.
Maiden voyage. Grab me the pedal. I didn't know if there was any current. Sometimes it's not the same way.
The motor's coming in.
Yeah.
There's actually a bike trail that goes all the way around the Okeechobee. I did a few miles on it and went into the next little town just to take a look around.
Rolling down the highway, yeah, the sun is bright. Cruise control set, it feels so right. Windows down, feeling that warm breeze. Freedom in the air, just us and the trees. Living life easy, we ain't in a rush. Driving across this grand expanse. Every mile we take is a new chance. Finding joy in places we've never been. Life is a journey, let the adventure begin. Yeah. Filling up on water at the firehouse stop. Countless memories as we roll and hop. Finding hidden gems, just nature's embrace. Every little moment, it can't be replaced. I'm falling on a budget, feeling so alive. Driving across this grand expanse. Every mile we take is a new chance. Finding joy in places we've never been. Life is a journey, let the adventure begin. Yeah. Falling on a budget, feeling so alive. Driving across this grand expanse. Every mile we take is a new chance. Every mile we take is a new chance. Finding joy in places we've never been. Life is a journey, let the adventure begin. So here's to the road, where dreams collide. In this RV life, we take it all in stride. Take it all in stride.
Yeah. We left Okeechobee heading to the Gulf Coast. Driving along the interstate, Chris noticed bikes on a trail, so curiosity got the best of us, and we took the next exit off the interstate. This hidden gem was a wildlife management area in Gorda, Florida. Home that night was just down the road at a Harvest Host stop in Palmetto, Florida. We biked to breakfast the next morning at Poppy's place. So serious.
Huh?
So serious. We made it to the Gulf Coast. The beautiful bridge and the pictured here as the Sky Bridge in St. Pete's. It might not look very intimidating in the picture, but the closer you get to the center, it feels like you're going to fall off the other side into the water. We biked the length of the fishing pier that runs alongside the bridge from the rest area on the north end of the bridge, and fished for a couple of hours.
I mean, if you hold your arms way out, it might look really big.
I knew it was gonna be like a damn little perch fish though.
The stalker bird tried to nonchalantly inch closer to Chris's fish.
He's coming.
Crystal River is our next stop. It's one of my favorite places in the entire world. The water temperature in the spring stays around 72 degrees year-round. So when it gets cold, the manatee come into Kings Bay and into the springs to keep warm. I've been here so many times, and to be honest, it never gets old.
Look at all the fish behind that one. It's like, what are you doing? You might surface. Say hello.
Our last stop and only stop in Georgia was at Jekyll Island. This one had been on my bucket list for a while, but since it's only a few hours from home, it always stayed on the weekend visit list. It's a beautiful island with lots of bike paths and restaurants. It's very well maintained. It does require a $10 pass to get on the island by car. We stayed in the campground for a couple of days on this trip, and we'd later come back here on the boat and anchor for a week. Aside from the one unpleasant lady at the marina office, this is one of those places where we'll always have great memories.
We made one last stop on the way home to see the grandbrats, Remington, William, and Dixon.
Thanks y'all for riding along with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see where we'll end up next.